Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna post a little thing that I do to relieve my sciatica. I suffer with sciatica sometimes on my left leg, so on the back of my left leg. It starts from the back of my bum all the way down to my buttocks and the hamstring, and it kind of arrives onto the knee, and sometimes I even feel like I'm dragging my leg. So I not always suffer with this, depends on how much sitting I'm doing. So when I'm doing a lot of driving, or if I'm a lot in the computer, or whatever, like on holidays and I'm not doing too much, and I find myself in a sedentary position, this is what happens. So I try to stay moving as much as I can, even if I'm at home. I try not to sit down for the coffee, even if it's really tempting, but the moment that I get up from drinking that coffee, from sitting in that position of a chair, I find it really disturbs my sciatica. So I feel it when I get up from the chair, not when I'm actually sitting. So that's my personal experience. So the nerves are designed to move, and healthy nerves glide and slide inside the surrounding tissues when their ability to do so is impaired. So when there's some kind of retracement or too tight muscles, or in my case my bulge disc is kind of pressing on my nerve, so this is kind of affecting it and it's impairing it, so I feel the tension down my leg and it's really uncomfortable. So if you suffer from sciatica, probably you're listening to this and you have your own personal experience to this. I'm not a physiotherapist or a doctor, so I'm a yoga teacher. I go to my physiotherapist quite regularly, and I learn how to deal with it. And I'm just sharing now my own little routine when I find it. It's not about fixing it, it's just about releasing that tension. A lot of physiotherapists are going to teach you flossing techniques, so flossing of the nerve. I won't teach you that, as I'm not very, I don't have much experience with that. I have one post that I use that I'm really familiar to for flossing the nerve, and I find it really helpful, and it's like a cat-cow variation. So we're gonna go through that and a few stretches that I do, which instantly make me feel better, especially if I do them before going to bed, and then I end up waking up in the morning with no pain. So again, remember, personally for me and maybe for you, and let me know if this is for you or not, I find that the movement and walking and having like a lot of range of mobility during the day, that helps my healthy spine, so I don't get that much problems. So hope you enjoy this little flow. Child pose. So sitting back on our child pose, sit your heels back. If you need a block underneath your bum, do so. Come gently into your child pose. So in this case, if you have suffered a lot of sciatica, maybe this is really hard. So another thing that I recommend when you have the sciatica pain is to go slowly into a pose. So naturally, if you don't have that pain, you're gonna just like drop into it, but just take all the time you need and wiggle your hips from side to side. Find your way into child pose. So the forehead is touching the mat, or your arms. You can do fists, allowing the forehead to come onto your fist. Taking 5 deep conscious breaths, focusing on the breath coming in through the nose and out through the nose. Use this moment right here and right now to send your breath towards that nerve that's bothering you. Breathing deeply. And as you exhale, allow that tension, discomfort to melt away. 2 more times. Use your breath, send it to that area, and as you exhale, imagining it melts away. So visualizing your healthy body. On your next exhale, allow your hands to come forward as far as they reach and start lifting your hips up. Come hip width apart or slightly wider. So my hands are not underneath my shoulders, they're slightly forward. Take a deep inhale in and look up, drop your belly. If you're suffering from sciatica, this can be very uncomfortable, so you can't really drop your belly really low. So you're gonna find that limit and just stay in that limit. Look up if it's possible or forward. Think of doing chaturanga, so lifting your chest up, softening the belly. And as you exhale, we're gonna start bringing our spine up towards the ceiling, dropping our head and shifting our weight towards our heels. Again, I'm taking some of the weight of my shoulders away from my wrists. Exhaling here. And as I inhale, start shifting your hips forward, looking up. Inhale. Exhale. Cut. Hips come back. Inhale. Exhale. So keep shifting your weight on your exhale of your hips back. And as you inhale, bring them forward, look it up. When my sciatica is bothering me, I really feel it here. So I have a very limited range of motion. So we naturally tend to want to stretch that and feel that nerve. In a way, it kind of mimics the stretcher feeling, but we don't want to do that with the nerve, so we don't want to feel it. We're flossing. Imagine you're flossing your teeth. So we're gently sliding and gliding that nerve. Use your breath. Exhaling, drop your head, lift the spine. Inhale, drop your belly, look forward or up depending on your own mobility of the spine. So make sure you never feel any pain on the neck. You shouldn't feel any discomfort. Allow the spine to follow the natural curve. One more time. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, cut. Hips come back all the way down into child pose. Swing your hips from side to side. Go as wide as you need to. So if the knees need to go wider, go wider. Bring your hands again in fist and lengthen the spine. Child pose is great for lengthening. Allow your belly to soften down onto the mat. Stay here if you want to lengthen your hands. So see how you're feeling on your back. I feel it all the way here. You can feel it in the other side. We don't want to stretch that nerve. We're not trying to stretch, we're trying to glide. Imagine the nerve gliding from side to side. Imagine you're gently internally massaging it, so you're not stretching it. Gentle movement. And we're gonna slowly come up. Bring your feet hip width apart or wider. Your palms are pointing down towards the ceiling, and bring that right knee in towards your chest. Hug the knee in. So my hands are interlaced. And I'm just gonna start bringing that knee in towards my chest. Lengthening the back of the neck. And slightly engaging that core. And keep pressing that knee in towards your chest. Hugging yourself. Dropping your elbows down, shoulders away from your ears, and straighten that leg if possible. If you feel it in your lower back, keep that knee bent. That's okay. Close your eyes and take 5 deep breaths here. On your next exhale, allow that knee to come away from your leg. Allow your palms to come down onto the ceiling, onto the mat. So now there's an option. You can straighten that leg. If you feel okay on the lower back, then straighten it. If you feel absolutely any kind of pinching, discomfort in the lower back, make sure you bend it. The benefits are the same. I'm going to do it with my straight back. Bring the knee towards your chest as you inhale. Exhale, let it come away from you. And inhale, bring it in towards your opposite shoulders. Exhale, straighten. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it in towards your chest. Inhale, let it come away from you. And exhale, bring it to the opposite shoulder. So we're going to do it 4 times the same way. So exhaling. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it in towards your chest. Inhale, away from you. Exhale, bring it in towards the opposite shoulder. Exhale, straight in front of you. Inhale here. Exhale towards your chest. Inhale, back to center. And exhale towards the opposite shoulder. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, in towards your chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, again towards your chest. So make sure you're not pressing that nerve on the right side. If you feel it on the right side, make sure you're not pushing it too much. And exhale, come back to center. Allow that knee to come, the foot to come down. Bring the right knee in towards your chest and swap sides. So we always do both sides. No matter where you're feeling your sciatic on the right, on the left, or even on both legs, we do it on both sides. So bend the knee if you have to here as well. Inhale, bring the knee in towards your chest and hold it here for 5 deep breaths. So keep the engagement. Keep that hand pressing in towards your chest so you can bring that knee in. Stretch. 5 deep conscious breaths. Close your eyes and tune in with your breath. Know that the most simple poses are the most healing ones. And keeping our practice simple, just to find that healthy body, pain-free body that we all want. As we get older, little things start coming up, and that's completely okay. So take this as a challenge to keep up with your own health. One more inhale. Exhale here. Inhale, bring your knee back away from you. And exhale, bring it towards the opposite shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, back in towards your chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, opposite shoulder. Knee to opposite shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhale, knee towards your chest. Exhale, center. Inhale here. Exhale towards the opposite shoulder. And keep moving like that. Inhale, center. Exhale, chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, right shoulder. Left knee, right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale, center. This is the last one. Exhale, bring it in towards your chest. And right knee is going to come up. Left ankle is going to come around towards the right thigh. You can still stay here if you're feeling enough sensation. If you want to feel more sensation, come up onto your toe. If you want to feel more sensation, suck the belly in and up, bring the hands in between, interlace them like you're threading a needle. Right hand on the right side of the thigh, left hand on the left side of the thigh. Bring your hands behind your thigh, behind your hamstring, and have the knee in towards your chest. So automatically right knee comes in towards the chest and left leg is moving away. So we're externally rotate that left hip. And take 5 deep breaths here. Make sure the lower back is in contact with the mat. Lengthen the back of the neck. 3 more breaths. Exhale, lower that right heel down. Allow that right heel to slide down. Imagine you're sitting cross-legged and down. And allow both knees to drop towards the right side. So hands can be on your sides open or come into cactus pose, looking towards the opposite side of the legs. Close your eyes, soften the shoulders, soften your face, and take 5 deep breaths here. Again, don't feel it too much on your nerve. We don't want to stretch that nerve, so I want you to be like really comfortable, not to feel too much sensation there. We're flossing the nerve. We're not stretching it. 3 more breaths. On your next exhale, engage your core, suck the belly in and up and come into center, releasing your feet down. Bring the right knee in towards your chest, hug the right knee, and allow that ankle to come around onto your left thigh. Stay here if you feel enough sensation. If you want to feel a bit more, walk your toes in. Maybe you're comfortable here, or maybe you want to lift that foot up. Again, here, or bring your hands in between on the side of the thighs, interlace your fingers and start bringing that left knee in towards the chest. The right knee is moving away from you gently, so we're not forcing it. You're just visualizing that right knee moving away to feel that sensation on the right side, opening the hips. Lengthen the back of the neck and start bringing your awareness back to your breath. The flowing and the inhales and the exhales. Keep bringing that left knee in and right knee away from you. 2 more deep breaths. And as you exhale, lower the left foot down onto the mat. Let go of the lacing of your hands. Right heel is gonna slide down towards the mat. Imagine you're sitting cross-legged on a chair. And bring your hands into cactus pose. So bend your elbows, palm pointing up, and allow those knees to drop onto the left side, looking towards the right side. Make sure both shoulders, the back of the shoulders is pressing down on the mat. And look towards the right side if possible. If it's too much strain on your neck, you can always look up towards the ceiling. Imagine those knees are really heavy, you're wearing weight in them and they're making you drop, your legs drop heavy onto the floor. And again, shift your awareness back now onto your breath. In your head, visualize your spine. Notice how you're twisting it, you're detoxifying it, stretching, opening, doing what is good for it. So the spine is designed to be mobile, but it's not designed to be completely flexible, so we need to have some stability. That's why I don't want you to force the stretches. Mobility with stability. Our spine keeps us standing, so I need to be strong and stable. One more inhale in, and as you exhale, engage the core, sucking the belly in and up, and then when your core is engaged, lift the knees up towards the ceiling, with both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice hug, swing from side to side. Okay, lowering the left foot down, right foot's gonna come up towards the ceiling, straighten that right leg up. So if you're here and it's bent, I want you to lower that leg until you reach that straight moment. So it doesn't matter if it's here or there or up here. I want the legs straight. So press that heel up towards the ceiling. If you need some help, you can always interlace your hands behind your hamstring, but keep on pressing that heel up actively. And the right hip bone is sucking down towards the mat as the right heel comes up towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows down, and keep pressing with that heel up towards the ceiling. Another option is to use a strap. If you're at home, you can always use a tie and just bring it around the heel of the knuckles of your toes, of your feet, and hold it there. I prefer to use my own body to hold the leg. Engage the thigh, so the upper leg, engage it. So if you find that you can't manage, just maybe tap it. And take 5 deep breaths here. Pressing that heel up. Spread your toes. If you're super comfortable here, maybe you want to stretch that back leg. Three more deep breaths. And exhale, bring the knee back down, hug the knee. And find your way into half happy baby. So the heel's gonna point up towards the ceiling, but the knee is bent. So you can grab the back of the shin, bring the left hand onto your left hip, and keep pressing down on that left hips to have both hips in line. Press the heel up towards the ceiling and come into half happy baby. Again, lengthen the back of the spine, neck is nice and long. And take 5 deep breaths in happy baby, half happy baby. Toes of the left foot are pointing up towards the ceiling. You're engaging that left quad, so engage strong legs. So you're active everywhere. You're sucking the belly in and up. You're pressing that knee in towards your chest, and you're breathing. One more breath. And exhale, bring that foot down onto the mat. Bring the left knee in towards the chest. Hug that knee, give yourself a nice hug there. And shoot that heel up towards the ceiling, straightening the leg. So this is where I feel my sciatica in my left leg. So I find it hard sometimes to straighten it when I'm actually feeling it. So make sure you're straightening it. Find whatever place it is, whatever height your leg has to do to be straight, and stay there. By engaging your quad, you're gonna allow the hamstring to relax, and therefore you're allowing it to stretch. So to put your hands whatever it's comfortable on the sides, behind them, leg interlacing. Keep pressing that heel up towards the ceiling, taking 5 deep breaths here. Engaging that leg, engage the quad. Pressing up with the heel, spreading the toes. And one more deep breath. Heel up towards the ceiling, straighten that leg as much as you can, engage the quad, and exhale, bring the knee in towards your chest, hug the knee. And find your way in this leg, in this side, into half happy baby. So if you find it hard to grab that foot, you can always grab the back of the leg and bring that knee in towards your chest. Imagine that you're pressing that heel up. Eventually it will come straight up. So imagine you're walking on the ceiling, so your feet are parallel to the ceiling. So you're aiming for that. It's okay if you're here, just I want to feel the sensation in the hip, in the inner hip. Option 1 here. Option 2, you can grab your thigh and go as wide as you need to. Keep pressing on that heel, straighten the right leg, right hand cups on top of the right hip to kind of keep that hip down towards the mat. Naturally that sometimes it goes up the right hip, so bring it back down and take 5 deep breaths here. After this, we're gonna do 2 other poses, sitting up. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, bring the heel back down. Both heels come onto the mat, hug the knees. And allow the knees to drop onto the side, your shoulders are following you. Help yourself up with your hands and come onto your mat into sitting. So sitting up, I'm going to give you a few options. So we want a nice long spine. So putting 2 blocks or 1 blocks, whatever you need to sit into pose. So I like to use 2 blocks. So depends on the side of your bum. So I use 1 block for each cheek. I find it really comfortable that way. So slide your hip bones forward, so only you're using the edge of the block. So find a nice long spine, drop your shoulders behind you. Only hold this position for 3 breaths. I want you to think of lifting your chest up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands onto your thighs, toes point up towards the ceiling, and notice how you engage in your quads. Keep those quads engaged. Put your hands on them, look forward. And take 3 deep breaths as you press your toes up towards the ceiling, open them up away from each other. And notice how you're relaxing your thighs, engage them again. So when we take the awareness from our thighs, from our quads, they kind of relax. So bring awareness back into them, engage in those quads. One more deep breath in, and as you exhale, bend that right knee. I'm going to bring that right knee around towards the opposite side. So now naturally sometimes we lose our posture here, which is okay, there's nothing wrong with this, but now for this pose we want a nice long spine. Bring your hands onto your sides. Take a deep inhale in, lift your chest up, and we're going to start slowly sucking the belly up and bring your left hand onto your right knee. And slowly start looking towards the right side. Take a deep inhale in. And as you exhale, start twisting, allowing your pelvis to follow. So slide that left leg forward. bringing the right hand behind you, left elbow can go onto the right quad, and take 5 deep breaths here, twisting onto the side. One more breath. Long exhale, slowly come back up towards the center, sorry. Bring that knee in, straighten it, and swap sides. Again, this is why I feel my sciatica in this side of the leg, so maybe you felt it on the other side, that's okay. So again, we're not stretching it, we're just flossing it, so allow that foot to come onto the side. And then bring the right elbow onto the left leg. And do a gentle twist. So maybe here you just want to stay here, that's okay. Make sure you're sliding the right heel forward to allow your body to move. So the pelvis follows your spine, so we're not jamming the pelvis. So slide that right heel forward. Inhale, look up. And exhale, right elbow can come onto the right thigh. Press that right elbow. One more breath in. Exhale, come back to center. So that's it. There are the few stretches that I kind of try to use when I feel in that the sciatica is kind of limiting my day. It's pulling me back from doing things that I want to do. And it can be super frustrating. So I know how it feels. I know that you're not alone and that there's things you can do to just relieve and release. If you like the flow and if you like the exercises, please comment below and make sure to share with me your experience. Thank you so much for watching.